This is a movie that I love, that you love, that I recommend everybody watch, but I
We
do not
love.
recommend watching it with your family. And that is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Hear me out.
I almost said that.
It's a brilliant movie,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Perfect.
also about generational trauma. So
Mhm.
I could just see you putting it on with your multi generations of family, and then
Yeah.
like all the boomers in the room would be like, "What the hell is this? Some sort of video game?" And then your grandma would be like,
Yeah.
"Why are they? Like what is this garbage?" And then
Mhm.
you'd be like, "See, that is how you make me feel, Dad, when you invalidate my career choices." And then they'd be like, "Well, if you got a real job and stopped all this." TikTok therapy nonsense. And then you're fighting, you're
Mhm.
screaming. The
Mm.
little kids in the room are
They're
overstimulated and they're
crying.
throwing things because it's everything everywhere all at once.
Yep.
I just don't see it going well. And before any boomers listening to this say, I wouldn't do that. Yes, no, you wouldn't. My
You
dad
wouldn't.
did.
You're listening to us. If you're listening to this, you are not included in this. Does that
No.
make sense?
Yes, I'm not disparaging an entire generation of people, but I did notice in my personal circle the people who were most adamantly against that film, like outspokenly against it,
Yeah.
were in my parents' generation.
Yeah. I have said to my parents, like, that was my favorite movie of that year. I'm obsessed
Mhm.
with it. I am not recommending it to you. And they were like, why? Like, that was your favorite one. I'm like, it's everything you hate. Like, that's what would happen. My mom would be like, I don't know. I think it was interesting. And my dad would be like, well, that's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back.
It's also about intergenerational emotional wounds. And is that what you want to talk about during
No.
family movie night?
I also think that would make my mother upset. Like, she'd probably turn to me and be like, do you think I did that to you?
My
I'd be
dad
like,
hated that
no,
movie. He
it's
was
just
like,
a
we thought it
movie.
was garbage. He was like, it's just a video game and a movie. And I was like, that is so wildly not
That
the case.
is a crazy thing
I was like,
to say.
you haven't played a video game since 1998. So let's. And for the record, my dad is an intellectual with great taste in a lot of things.
Yes.
But it just like this one just missed him. And I think it missed a lot of people
but I think
his age.
To be fair to that generation, I think it missed them because it is literally about living in the internet age. It's about living with the internet. And that's something we grew up with for the most part. It's something that people younger than us very much grew up with constantly. And there's a way for us to take all of that insanity in because it's for the internet generation.